We're joined by Amazon's Amit Agrawal here because the e-commerce industry seems to be having issues with the upcoming GST laws. The first thing you're talking about is the working capital getting blocked. Could you brief us a little more about that? How much working capital would get blocked on the seller's part because of this?
So I think first let me clarify, all of us are super excited about GST. It's probably one of the most path-breaking, bold moves by the Indian government, and it projects us as one of the most developed countries in its thinking as far as taxation goes. I think all of us are trying to highlight a particular specific provision that mandates e-commerce marketplaces to collect taxes at source, and that provision would require us to collect up to 2%, which would lock up to 400 crores of working capital. And by the way, all of these are small, medium sellers. So if you look at the margins that they make, this is a significant portion of that margin. They will be able to invest less. They will not be able to invest ahead of growth because the capital is sucked out of the system for them. Ultimately, they rotate this capital and generate sales. So our estimate is it could impact up to 180,000 jobs in its current scale. And as e-commerce was slated to grow significantly bigger in the next 5 years, these numbers will only grow much larger.
Right. So if we understand you're having consultations with the government, but if your demands and your requests were not to be met, and if the Model Act comes as it is, how big an impact will it have on the Indian e-commerce industry as a whole? Because you're a big contributor to jobs and revenues coming in for the country also.
Yeah, again, as I said, what we know is it impacts its primary customer, the seller. And if that customer gets disinterested or unwilling to invest, just the same way e-commerce over the last few years has created a positive flywheel for jobs, infrastructure, investments, digital India, make in India, it could have a significant negative flywheel impact. It's hard to estimate, but like all of these things, the positive flywheel was hard to estimate 5 years ago. The negative flywheel would be hard to estimate for me right now.